I found Clara's secret in a forgotten email, her words to her coworker, "I need you, Paul." A melody of betrayal that shattered the quiet rhythm of our marriage, leaving me, Herman, a 38-year-old music teacher, staring at our Minneapolis kitchen, my heart a broken chord, wondering how the woman I loved could compose a life without me. The Minneapolis morning was a gray whisper, the October frost clinging to the windows of our North Loop bungalow, the kitchen's oak table scattered with sheet music and coffee stains. I, Herman Lindstrom, stood by the counter, my flannel shirt loose, my hazel eyes tracing the steam from my mug, my calloused fingers, worn from guitar strings and chalk, still from a restless night. At 38, I was a high school music teacher, my days spent coaxing melodies from teenagers, my nights tethered to Clara, my wife of 12 years, a graphic designer whose laugh had once been my cadence. But this morning, her laptop, left open on the table, revealed an email that fractured everything. "Paul, I need you." Last night was everything. The words, meant for her coworker, were a betrayal that sank my world, my internal turmoil a storm of shock and grief, the audience left wondering how our love had unraveled. Clara had left for work an hour ago, her auburn hair tied back, her green eyes distracted, her "see you tonight, Herm," soft but rushed, her kiss a brush I'd barely felt. We'd been a duet, meeting in 2010 at a Dinkytown open mic, her sketching in the crowd, my folk songs catching her smile, our first date a walk by Lake Calhoun, her "you make the world sing" a spark. We married fast, our life a rhythm, her design pitches, my choir rehearsals, our bungalow a haven of vinyl records and her art. But cracks had grown. Her late nights at the agency, my "you okay, Clara?" met with "just work, don't worry," her warmth fading, my lessons consuming me. I'd thought we were tired, not broken, my love for her a steady beat, her distance a phase, my internal monologue a plea. What did I miss? The email glowed on her screen, a thread with Paul, her coworker, opened by accident. My curiosity, why is she emailing him at 2 a.m.? Turning to dread as I clicked. "I can't stop thinking about you," she wrote his reply. "You're my escape, a knife," their words weaving a night I hadn't known, a hotel, a secret. My breath caught, my mug trembling, the audience sensing my shock in the way I sank to a chair, my hands shaking, my heart a discordant wail. Clara, with him? The kitchen, our space, her sketches on the fridge, my guitar by the door, felt alien, her betrayal a melody I couldn't unhear, my hope, maybe it's a mistake, crushed by the date. Last week, when she'd claimed a client dinner. Flashbacks flooded, grounding my turmoil, the audience feeling my nostalgia as I stared at the table, the frost outside a mirror. Our early years, 2012, Clara's "You're My Home, Herm," as we painted the bungalow, her laughter over burnt pancakes, our nights dancing to Dylan, her hand in mine. But shadows crept. Last year, her "I'm drowning at work" over wine, my "let me help" met with "you can't, it's fine," her eyes distant. My late choir practices, her "you're always with those kids," a jab, my "they need me," a dodge. I thought we were solid, my internal monologue mourned, shock a weight, my love for her a chord now minor, my disbelief a fire. How long has she been lying? I scrolled further, my fingers numb, the emails a map of her affair, weeks, maybe months, their "meet me after hours," a rhythm I'd missed, her "Herman's clueless," a blade, the audience sensing my pain in the way I closed the laptop, my eyes wet, my chest tight. Clueless? I loved you, I thought, betrayal a slow poison, my identity as her husband, her partner, fractured. I'd been the steady one, my music a gift, my teaching a calling, but her words painted me small, my internal monologue a churn. Was I not enough? The audience could feel my despair in the frost's chill, my flannel a thin shield, my hope dim. Maybe she'll explain, but her secret a truth I couldn't unsee. I confided in my sister, Elise, by phone, pacing the kitchen, the audience sensing my vulnerability as I spoke, my voice raw. Clara's cheating, Elise. Emails with her coworker, Paul. I saw it all. Her gasp was sharp. Oh Herm, how could she? I don't know, I'm lost. A confession, the audience feeling my turmoil in the way I gripped the counter, my knuckles white. Don't confront her yet, Elise urged. Think it through, you're too raw. A guide, my resolve stirring. I need to process this, not explode. Her support was a spark, my shock of fire, my internal monologue a vow. I'll face this. But how? The bungalow was silent, the audience sensing my isolation as I sat, the sheet music blurring, Clara's sketches a ghost. I journaled, my words raw. She broke us, but I'm still here. Why, Clara? The act was a release, my disbelief a fog, my resolve a blade. I'll decide what's next, not react. Flashbacks deepened the wound, our last anniversary. Her, I love you, Herm, forced, my always blind. Her late nights, my, you seem off, ignored. She was pulling away, and I didn't push, I thought, my pain a weight, my love a spark I couldn't douse, my internal monologue a question. What do I do with this? The frost thickened, the audience feeling my tension in the kitchen's dim glow. The way I stood, my guitar untouched, Clara's laptop a Pandora's box. Her affair was a storm, but I, Herman, was steady, my pain a fire, my love a cord I'd guard, her betrayal a spark that would lead to a note, a choice I'd craft with care, a reckoning I'd face with strength, whatever it cost. Teaser, as I sit with her laptop, a blank page open, I decide to write a note, not of anger, but of truth, pouring my heart into words that might reach her, but a call from her coworker's number tests my resolve, hinting at a deeper secret I'm not ready to face. The Minneapolis afternoon was a muted ache, the October light filtering through the bungalow's frost-etched windows, the kitchen table a battlefield of sheet music and Clara's open laptop, its screen dark now, but her email to Paul, I need you, still a sharp note in my mind. I, Herman Lindstrom, stood by the sink, my flannel shirt unbuttoned, my hazel eyes tracing the coffee rings on the counter, my calloused fingers clutching a pen, the weight of Clara's affair pressing against my chest. At 38, a high school music teacher, I was unmoored, my 12-year marriage a melody gone dissonant, my decision to write a note, not confront her, born of a need to speak my truth without breaking, my emotional turmoil a slow unraveling, the audience sensing my mental distance from Clara as I crafted words to reach her soul, each line a step toward clarity, my heart a fragile chord. The kitchen was silent, the audience feeling my turmoil in the way I sat, the chair creaking, a blank page before me, Clara's betrayal a storm I couldn't outrun. She chose him, not me, my internal monologue seethed, the shock of her email, Herman's clueless, morphing into a quiet grief, my love for her a bruised refrain. I'd closed her laptop, unable to read more, my mind retreating, distancing her image, her auburn hair, her green eyes, from the Clara I'd known. She's not mine anymore, I thought, my emotional wall rising, not out of anger, but survival, my heart whispering, I need to protect me. The audience could sense my resolve in the way I gripped the pen, my knuckles pale, my hope, maybe she'll understand, flickering against despair. What if she doesn't care? I decided on a note, not a confrontation, the audience sensing my reasoning as I stared at the page, the frost outside a mirror. A fight would be noise, yells, tears, her deflections, drowning my truth, my voice lost in her excuses. I want her to hear me, my internal monologue vowed, a note away to speak clearly, to lay bare my heart without her interrupting. I wasn't ready to face her eyes, it's not what you think, I imagined, my turmoil too raw, my distance a shield. I'll write, then decide what's next. The act was deliberate, my teacher's instinct, shaped the message, not the moment, my resolve a spark. This is for me as much as her. I began, my pen trembling, the audience feeling my pain as I wrote, Clara, I know about Paul. The line was stark, my purpose to pierce her secrecy, To show I wasn't clueless, my internal monologue a churn. Let her feel the weight of her lie. I paused, the kitchen's clock ticking, flashbacks flooding, grounding my intent. Our early days, 2011, Clara's You're My Song Herm, as we danced in this kitchen, her sketches pinned to the fridge, now faded. Last spring her, I'm fine, just busy, when I asked about her late nights, my, I'm here, unanswered, her distance a prelude I'd missed. I loved you through it all, I thought, my grief a weight, my distance growing, she's not that Clara anymore. I continued, my words careful, I saw your emails, your nights with him. I don't hate you, but I'm broken. The audience could sense my vulnerability in the ink's faint shake, my purpose to name my pain, not accuse, to show her the cost of her choice, my internal monologue a plea. See me, Clara, not just your escape. I wanted her to feel my heart, not my rage, my love for her a chord I couldn't silence, my distance a boundary. I'm not hers to wound anymore. Flashbacks deepened the purpose, our 10th anniversary, her, we're good, right? Forced, my always blind, her sketching less, her phone a constant, my, you seem off, ignored. She was slipping and I stayed steady, I thought, my pen a release, my turmoil a fire. I wrote, I thought we were a duet, but you've been solo. Why didn't you tell me you were lost? The audience could feel my sorrow in the page's crease, my purpose to question her silence, to invite her truth, my internal monologue a reflection. Was it me or you? I didn't want her guilt, but her honesty, my distance mental, her laughter, her touch, fading in my mind, replaced by Paul's, you're my escape. I wasn't enough, I thought, my self-doubt a shadow, my resolve a spark. This note is my voice, not his. The audience sensed my strength in the way I sat straighter, my flannel a shield, my heart raw but firm. I ended, I need time, Clara. I love you, but I'm finding me now. Read this and think. The audience could feel my clarity in the pen's pause, my purpose to set a boundary, to reclaim my worth, my internal monologue a vow. I'm not begging, I'm standing. I wanted her to reflect, to see our fracture, my love a gift, not a chain, my distance emotional, her role as my wife a ghost, my identity as Herman, the teacher, the man, rising. Flashbacks faded, her, you make the world sing, a memory, her affair a scar, my, I'm enough, a truth, my journal echoing, I'm writing to save me, not us. I folded the note, the audience sensing my resolve as I placed it in an envelope, my fingers steady, the kitchen's frost a frame. I left it on her sketchpad, her sacred space, my external action small but seismic, my internal monologue a release. She'll read it, and I'll breathe. Elise's text, you okay, Herm? Was a lifeline, my, wrote the note, feeling clearer, honest, her, you're strong, a spark, my turmoil a tide. I'm hurting but I'm moving. The audience could sense my distance in the way I picked up my guitar, its strings untouched, my fingers tracing a chord, Clara's absence a silence I'd fill. The bungalow darkened, the audience feeling my tension in the frost's grip, the way I stood, the note a beacon, Clara's return hours away. Her affair was a wound, but I, Herman, was crafting my voice, my pain a fire, my love a spark I'd guard, the note a spark that would shift her, a truth I'd face with strength, whatever her response revealed. Teaser, as I leave the bungalow, Clara's key turns in the lock, her gasp at the note a sound I don't hear, but her frantic call to me, unanswered, hints at a regret I'm not ready to face, a secret deeper than Paul waiting to surface. The Minneapolis dusk was a heavy curtain, the October chill seeping through the windows of Elise's condo, where I sat on a worn couch, a borrowed quilt over my shoulders, my hazel eyes tracing the skyline's faint glow. I, Herman Lindstrom, was 38, a high school music teacher, my world upended 2 days ago by Clara's affair with her coworker Paul, her emails, I need you, a betrayal I'd answered with a note, not a confrontation, my words, I know, I'm broken, I need time, left on her sketchpad, a truth I'd crafted to reach her. Now, from a distance, I sensed Clara's reaction through her frantic calls and texts, her confusion and collapse a storm I observed but didn't enter, my internal conflict a quiet tide of grief and resolve, flashbacks weaving through my silence, the audience feeling the tension as I held my ground, my heart a fragile cord. I'd left our North Loop bungalow after placing the note, my duffel packed, my guitar case heavy, the audience sensing my retreat in the way I'd locked the door, the frost biting, my breath visible. Elisa's condo, a mile away, was my refuge, her "stay as long as you need," Herm, a lifeline, my "thanks, I'm lost" raw, the audience feeling my pain in the way I sank into her couch, my flannel loose, my phone buzzing with Clara's name unanswered. Her first text came at 7:02 p.m., minutes after she'd have found the note. "Herman, please call me. I'm so sorry." Her voicemail, her voice trembling. "Herm, I saw the note, let's talk. I didn't mean," was a plea I let play, my internal monologue a churn. "She's unraveling, but I can't carry her yet." The audience could sense my distance in the way I muted the phone, my eyes wet, my resolve a blade. I need space, not her tears. Clara's reaction unfolded through fragments, the audience sensing her chaos in Elisa's updates, her call from our neighbor, Mrs. Klein, who'd seen Clara on the porch, her auburn hair wild, her green eyes red, her sketchpad clutched, the note crumpled in her hand. She's confused, denying it to herself, I thought, my imagination vivid. Clara pacing our kitchen, rereading my "I know about Paul," her "it's not true," a whisper to no one, her collapse, sobbing, head in hands, a scene I didn't witness but felt, my empathy stirring, my internal monologue a plea. "Why couldn't you tell me you were lost?" Her texts escalated. "It was a mistake, Herm. Please come home." Her denial softening to regret, the audience feeling her desperation in the timestamps, 8:15, 9:03, her words a flood I didn't answer. Flashbacks grounded my conflict, the audience sensing my reflection as I stared at Elisa's window, the city's lights a blur. 2013, our first summer, Clara's "You're My Rhythm" as we biked the Mississippi, her sketchbook full of my guitar, our love a major key. Last winter, her "I'm fine, just stressed," when I found her staring at her phone, my "talk to me" met with "later," her distance a minor chord I'd ignored. I thought we were a duet, I thought, my grief a weight, my love for her a spark I couldn't douse, my silence a shield. She's reaching now, but I'm not ready. The audience could feel my turmoil in the way I traced the quilt's stitches, my fingers trembling, my heart torn. Forgive her, or protect myself? Clara's attempts intensified, the audience sensing her persistence as my phone lit up, a voicemail at midnight. "Herman, I messed up, I'm so sorry, I love you please." Her voice cracked, her collapse audible, my internal monologue a storm. She's breaking, but so am I. I pictured her in our bungalow, her sketchpad abandoned, her denial, "it was nothing," crumbling as my notes, "I'm broken," sank in, her regret a tide I felt but didn't join. Elise, checking my phone, said, "She called me Herm. She's a wreck, wants to explain." My "I can't yet" was firm, the audience sensing my resolve in the way I stood, pacing, my flannel a barrier, my empathy clashing with my need. "I love her, but I'm not her savior." A memory surfaced, the audience feeling my reflection as I leaned against Elisa's balcony, the chill sharp. Our 5th anniversary, 2017. Clara's "We're forever, right?" over wine, her eyes bright, my "always" a vow. Last month, her "you're too wrapped up in school," when I stayed late for choir, my "they need me" a dodge, her silence a sign I'd missed. I was absent too, I thought, my guilt a spark, my distance emotional, her laughter, her touch, fading in my mind, replaced by Paul's "you're my escape." She chose him, not us, my internal monologue mourned, my resolve a fire, "I'll wait, but not forever." The audience could sense my conflict in the city's hum, my eyes tracing the frost, my heart steady but sore. Clara's final text came at 2 a.m., the audience sensing her shift. I don't deserve you, Herm. I'll wait for you to talk. The words, raw, hinted at acceptance, her collapse a surrender, my internal monologue a reflection. She's seeing it now, but is it real? I didn't reply, my silence a choice, my journal a release. She's hurting, but I'm healing. I need time, not her promises. Elise's "you're doing right, Herm" was a stone, my turmoil a tide. I'm broken, but I'm standing. The audience could feel my tension in the condo's quiet, the way I sat, the quilt heavy, Clara's voice a ghost, my resolve a vow. I'll face her, but on my terms. The night stilled, the audience sensing my distance as I stared at my phone, Clara's texts a thread I didn't pull, her reaction a storm I'd weathered. Her affair was a wound, her regret a spark, but I, Herman, was silent, my pain a fire, my love a cord I'd guard, her attempts a spark that would lead to reflection, a truth I'd weigh with care, whatever her next move revealed. As I return to teaching, Clara's letter arrives, her words raw with confession, but a call from Paul, pleading for my silence, hints at a deeper betrayal, forcing me to question what Clara's hiding and what I owe myself. The Minneapolis dawn was a fragile thread, the late October light seeping through Elise's condo blinds, the skyline a faint etch against a slate sky. I, Herman Lindstrom, sat at her dining table, my flannel shirt loose, my hazel eyes tracing a chipped mug, my calloused fingers, still rough from guitar strings, folded around a pen, my journal open. At 38, a high school music teacher, I was 3 days removed from discovering Clara's affair with her coworker Paul. My note. I know, I'm broken, I need time, left on her sketchpad, her frantic texts and voicemails a storm I'd kept at bay. Now, in the quiet, I turned inward, evaluating our 12-year marriage, the cracks that led to her betrayal, my own role in our emotional distance, moments of self-growth flickering like soft chords, my grief shifting toward self-reclamation, the audience sensing my clarity as I faced my truths, my heart a slow, steady beat. The condo was still, Elise at work, the audience feeling my introspection in the way I leaned over the journal, my words halting. Clara broke us, but I helped. Her affair, I need you, Paul, was a wound, but the roots ran deeper, my internal monologue a mirror. How did we drift so far? I'd thought our marriage a duet, but it was a score we'd stopped reading together, my love for her a melody I'd played alone. I was steady, but was I there? I wondered, my grief a weight, my distance from Clara now mental, her green eyes, her laugh, fading into a stranger's silhouette, my resolve a spark. I need to see us clearly, not just her fault. Flashbacks wove through my reflection, the audience sensing my clarity as I sipped coffee, its bitterness a match. Our early years, 2011, Clara's "You're My Song" Herm, as we fixed our bungalow, her sketches bright, my folk tunes a backdrop, our love a crescendo. By 2019, her works killing me over late dinners, my "You've Got This" shallow, her late nights at the agency a wall I didn't climb. I let her drift, I thought, my role in our distance a truth, my choir rehearsals stretching late, my "the kids need me" a shield, her "so do I" a whisper I'd missed. The audience could feel my guilt in the way I traced the mug's chip, my eyes distant, my internal monologue a reckoning. I was present, but not for her. The cracks were mutual, the audience sensing my insight as I wrote. We stopped talking, really talking. Clara's ambition, her design pitches, had consumed her "I'm fine," a mask I'd accepted, my own passion, teaching, music, pulling me inward, our evenings silent, her phone glowing, my guitar untouched. I thought stability was enough, I thought, my shortcomings clear. I hadn't asked, hadn't pushed, my love passive, my internal monologue a question. Did she turn to Paul because I wasn't there? Her affair was her choice, but our distance was ours, my growth a spark. I see it now, and I'm learning. A moment of clarity came unexpectedly, The audience sensing my shift as I walked to Lisa's balcony, the chill sharp, the city waking. I'd always been the anchor, planning dinners, fixing leaks, cheering Clara's wins, but I'd stopped sharing my own fears, my "I'm tired too" unspoken, my teaching a refuge, not a bridge. I hid as much as she did. I realized, my self-growth a quiet chord. I'd been afraid of losing her, so I'd stayed safe, not bold. The audience could feel my reclamation in the way I stood taller, my breath steady, my journal a vow. I'll be honest now, with myself first. My grief was softening, my resolve a fire. I'm not just her husband, I'm Herman. Clara's reaction lingered, the audience sensing my reflection as I recalled her texts. I don't deserve you, Herm. Her collapse a shadow I didn't chase. A letter had arrived yesterday, slipped under Elise's door, her handwriting shaky. Herman, I was lost. Paul was a mistake. I love you. I'd read it once, her regret raw, but left it unanswered, my internal monologue a balance. She's sorry, but I need more than words. Flashbacks deepen the insight. Our last trip, 2022, we're okay, right? On a Duluth pier, my sure oh a lie, her distance a sign. My, you seem off, last summer, her just work, a wall. We were both running, I thought, my empathy a spark, my distance a boundary. I love her, but I'm not hers to break. A subtle growth emerged, the audience sensing my clarity as I returned to teaching, my classroom a haven, the choir's voices a lift. A student, Mia, lingered after practice. Her, you seem sad, Mr. Aprod. My, just life, Mia, but I'm here, honest. Her, you're the best, a spark, my internal monologue a shift. I'm enough, even now. Teaching was my core, my music a truth, my identity rising beyond Clara's shadow, my reclamation slow but real. I confided in Elise, her condo warm, her, you're finding you, Herm, a nod, my, trying to raw, the audience feeling my strength in the lamplight, my journal a release. I'm growing not for her, for me. The emotional tension held, the audience sensing my balance as I stared at Clara's letter, its ink a ghost. Her affair was a wound, her regret a question, but I wasn't ready to answer, my growth a fire, my grief a tide. I'm mourning us, but I'm waking. Flashbacks faded, hurt, you're my home, a memory, her, I need you, a scar, my, I'm enough, a truth, my resolve a vow, I'll face her, but I'm building me. The audience could feel my shift in the dawn's light, the way I closed the journal, my mug empty, Clara's voice a distant note, my heart steadier, my reclamation a chord I'd play. The city stirred, the audience sensing my clarity as I stood, the frost receding, my flannel a shield, Clara's letter a weight I'd carry, not answer. Her betrayal had cracked me, but I, Herman, was mending, my pain a fire, my growth a spark, my reflection a vow to reclaim my truth, a closure I'd seek with strength, whatever her next move revealed. As I prepare to meet Clara, her coworker Paul's confession unveils a deeper truth about her pain, but a student's gift, a song, sparks a choice to move forward, a closure I'm ready to claim. The Minneapolis winter was a gentle exhale, the November snow dusting the North Loop streets, the morning light soft through the windows of my new studio apartment, a modest space with hardwood floors and a corner for my guitar. I, Herman Lindstrom, stood by a small table, my flannel shirt rolled up, my hazel eyes tracing a stack of sheet music, my calloused fingers arranging a new composition for my high school choir. At 38, a music teacher, I was a month past discovering Clara's affair with her coworker Paul, my note. I know, I'm broken, I need time, having sparked her regret, her frantic outreach a storm I'd weathered with silence and reflection. Now, finding a new rhythm in life, I embraced closure with Clara, my gentle response a boundary, my peace a quiet strength, the audience witnessing my triumph as I mailed a final letter, a symbolic gesture sealing my self-worth, my heart a steady cadence. The apartment was my haven, the audience sensing my renewal as I hung a student's drawing. A treble clef in watercolor, its colors a spark, my belongings sparse but mine. Records, books, a fern from Elise, thriving in the light. I'd moved out of our bungalow, the audience feeling my resolve in the memory of that day, my duffel packed, Clara's, Herm, please stay, met with my, I can't, not now, my exit calm, the frost a witness. Teaching anchored me, my choir's voices a lift, there, Mr. L, this song's dope, a grin, my, you make it sing, honest. The audience sensing my pride in the classroom's hum, my guitar a partner, my purpose clear, I'm building me, not her echo. Reflection had forged my closure, the audience sensing my clarity as I sat, my journal open, my words steady, Clara broke us, but I'm whole. Our marriage, once a duet, had cracked under silence, her ambition my retreat, our failure to speak, her affair a choice, not my fault, my internal monologue a truth, I loved her, but I love me more. Flashbacks grounded my peace, our first date 2010, her, you make the world sing, a spark nowish, her, I'm sorry Herm, in a letter, raw but late, my, I'm enough, a vow. I was steady, but I hid too, I thought, my growth a fire, my shortcomings, my silences, my fears, a lesson, my self-worth a stone. I'm Herman, not her shadow. Clara reached out again, the audience sensing her persistence as my phone buzzed, a voicemail from yesterday. Herman, I'm in therapy, I'm changing, can we talk? Her voice was soft, her regret real, but my heart was steady, my internal monologue a balance. She's healing, but I'm not hers to lean on. I'd met her once, at a cafe, her auburn hair tied back, her green eyes wet, her, I was lost, Paul was nothing, a confession, my, I believe you, but I need to move on, gentle, the audience feeling my strength in the way I held her gaze, my flannel a shield, my empathy a gift, not a chain. I forgive her, for me. Her, I'll always love you, was a thread I didn't pull, my closure a vow, I'm free with love, not pain. I found a new rhythm, the audience sensing my purpose as I started a weekly ritual, Sunday mornings at a community center, teaching guitar to kids, their clumsy chords a joy, their, you're cool, Mr. L, a spark, my, keep strumming, a mirror to my start. Elise joined me, her, you're alive again Herm, a bomb, my, feels good, raw, the audience feeling my warmth in the center's buzz, my guitar a bridge, my life a score I'd write. Therapy with Dr. Voss, her, what's Herman's song? Answered with, my heart, my kids, my truth, framed my growth, my emotional health a boundary, my internal monologue a creed. I'm enough, always was. Clara's shadow faded, the audience sensing my reflection as I read her final text, a week ago, I'm letting you go Herm. Be happy. I didn't reply, my piece of fire, my journal a testament. She's free, and so am I. Paul's call, days after her letter, had revealed her pain, a work crisis, a lost contract, her escape in him. My, it's not my fight, a boundary, my empathy for her a spark, not a weight. Flashbacks softened, her, we're forever a memory, her, I need you, pull the scar, my, I'm whole, the truth, my growth a chord. I've learned, not for her, for me. A moment of clarity came, the audience sensing my strength as I stood in my apartment, the snow outside a veil, my choir's new song, a folk ballad, finished, its notes a gift. Mia, my student, had given me a lyric, sing your own road. She's right, I thought, my reclamation complete, my internal monologue a vow, I'm singing now my way. I confided in Elise, her condo warm, her, you're shining, her, a nod, my, starting to, honest, the audience feeling my peace in the lamplight, my journal a release, I'm free not from her, but for me. I stood by the table, the snow falling, my choir's sheet music bound, a letter to Clara in my hand, Clara, I forgive you, I'm happy, be well, simple, final, my heart calm. I sealed it, walked to the mailbox, and mailed it, the slots clink a quiet triumph, the snow a soft chorus. Clara's affair had shattered me, her regret had tested me, but I'd rebuilt, not for revenge, but for self-worth. A new home, a ritual, a song I'd sing. The pain was a forge, shaping a man who needed no one's note to stand tall, my love a gift, my identity mine, my strength within. I'd faced her betrayal and found my cadence, a lesson for anyone listening. When they break your rhythm, find your own, sing for yourself, let your heart play its truth. I, Herman, was whole, my heart the melody, my life a score, the letter a spark that lit a fire, its glow a beacon that would never fade, my future a road I'd walk with peace.